Well, guys, just a few months ago, I remember seeing many comments to my videos calling me a fear monger. Every video I would post about the news and about things that were looking likely to happen, things you should be getting prepared for, and I would always get those fear mongering comments. And I saw the same thing on other prepping channels. Fear monger. Nothing ever happens. Nothing isn't going to happen. You've all been talking about this stuff for 15 years and nothing has happened yet. All kinds of comments. Every day to every video I get at least 4 or 5 of those type comments that I would just delete because I don't have time to respond to bullshit, which is what that actually was. But now I've noticed with everything going on, I'm not seeing nearly as many fear-mongering type comments calling me a fear-monger or calling anyone else on other prepping channels fear-mongers. People have pretty much stopped doing that with everything going on because they know that they're going to be the ones looking completely stupid at this point with everything right now that is happening. I have several articles pulled up here, and we'll talk about each one of these. There's many things going on right now, and this is going to contribute altogether to cause major issues here in the United States. The truth about the White House's response to Hurricane Helene. What other conclusion could I or anyone else draw from the woeful, shameful response, lack of response to the destruction caused by Hurricane Helene? Kamala Harris and Joe Biden don't care about white people. I saw a video, I think it might have been Tim Pool actually, did a video yesterday that popped up, and I read the headline and watched about 5 minutes of that. And he was talking about somewhere, I forget where it was at now, that the food resources, they were handing out food, and they had told poor white people that it's not for you, it's just for colored folks. If you're white, you need not show up because you're not going to get any of this food. This is just for colored folks. Blatant, in your face racism. Can you imagine if someone had done that same thing and said this is just for white folks and not colored folks? I mean, it would have been a huge ordeal all over the news, but you haven't heard anything about it. Very little anyway, when it's the other way around. The Category 4 hurricane made landfall in Big Bend. Where's I at here? Okay, here's I'm up here. I tried to highlight this, but for some reason it won't highlight, so I lost my place where I was at here. The scale of damage is biblical. As of Sunday, 2.4 million people across 5 states are still without electricity. Florida, Georgia, North and South Carolina, and Tennessee. Dozens are dead, and thousands have been displaced and are missing. Entire communities have been wiped off the face of the earth as surely as if the hand of God himself had smote them. AccuWeather is estimating the damage caused by the hurricane to be upwards of $110 billion, making it one of the most expensive in U.S. history. For comparison, Hurricanes Katrina 2005 and Harvey 2017 each caused around $125 billion in damages. The Category 4 hurricane made landfall in the Big Bend region of Florida on Thursday night with winds reaching over 140 miles per hour. It was horrible. Some of the videos I saw, look at this right here, guys. Total, complete destruction in these areas. And right here, no help at all. They want to send all their money to Zelensky, all of our money to Zelensky. Put it on the national debt, no help for the people in these regions. And guys, we also have this. Massive port strike begins across America's east coast, threatening shortages and raising prices. And this has potential to be huge also, and to affect us with severe shortages in a lot of areas. And I don't see this ending anytime soon. I say this will go on probably several months and will cause massive shortages and massive suffering here in the United States. You could combine this on the East Coast with this that just happened, and that's a recipe for some major issues. And we have this going on right now. We have war in the Middle East. It's on. Open war between Iran and Israel. Hezbollah, they're all going to get involved in this war, but right now it is definitely started. People want to talk about it might be a wider spread war. It is a wider spread war. It's happening right now. Despite launching 180 ballistic missiles, Iran is likely to have wanted to keep most of its stock in case of a full-blown war with Israel, and they're going to be in a full-blown war with Israel. It's on right now. It's back and forth, back and forth. And my question is, who is going to use nukes first? No doubt, Iran has nuclear weapons. They've been saying 2 weeks off, 2 weeks off. They're not going to have a nuclear weapon. They're working on their nuclear program. They've been saying this for the last 20 years. Iran has nuclear weapons. No doubt about it. And this is proof that they can reach Israel with those nuclear weapons. And Israel has nuclear weapons. So who's going to use nuclear weapons first? What I see happening here, after this attack here, Israel went into Lebanon and has been bombing and killing and blowing up cell phones and things with Hezbollah. And Iran knew it was just a matter of time before Israel attacks them, so they went ahead and attacked first, trying to show, this is my opinion, trying to show Israel that they can be hit, that Iran has the capability to hit targets inside of Israel, and doing this as kind of a saying, stop, let's don't take this any further. Let's calm it down and don't take it any further. But Israel isn't going to do that. Israel's going to attack back, and when they do, Iran may hit Israel with a couple of nuclear weapons. And the size of Israel, the state of Israel, the colony, whatever you want to call it, a couple of well-placed nukes there in Israel will completely wipe Israel off the face of the map. And who knows, we may have Israel strike with nuclear weapons first. This is definitely going to keep escalating and escalating and escalating. And we have a lot of people here in the United States, from Hamas, Hezbollah, Iran, that came across our southern border that are here waiting. And when the United States gets directly involved in attacking Iran, then these sleeper cells in the United States that are no doubt here will be activated, and you will see mass shootings, bombings, attacks on infrastructure, communications here inside the United States. It's obvious, to me anyway, what is coming. Here is what is coming also, civil unrest after this election. Remember the 5th of November, when this all breaks out and starts. Civil unrest on steroids, what it's going to be. Because I think Donald Trump is going to be elected, and by that time we're going to be in a massive war in the Middle East, by that time period when Donald Trump goes into office. And we're going to see sleeper cells here in the United States, we're going to see civil unrest, and we're going to see Donald Trump declare martial law, in my opinion. That's what the plan is. That's what's going to happen, in my opinion. Iran fires 181 missiles at Israel. Prime Minister said they made a big mistake and will pay for it. So it's just tit for tat, back and forth. And it's going to escalate into one of these countries using nuclear weapons, or both launching pretty much at the same time and destroying each other. I mean, who knows at this point? But this isn't going to stop. This has been brewing for decades now. This didn't start on October the 7th, when Hamas flew in some hang gliders into Israel and dozed over the fence and came in, and everything happened there. There's a lot of controversy about what actually happened, so I don't know what happened exactly myself. I have my own theories, but I can't say that here on YouTube. But that happened, and that's the excuse that's been used to keep escalating over the last year. But it didn't start there. It's been going on for decades now between Iran, Israel, the Muslim world, the Israelis. I mean, it's been going on for a long, long time. It's nothing new. U.S. border crisis, much worse than people could ever imagine. Yes, it is. This was posted by Sky News 3 days ago. Sky News host, let's see where I'm at here. Fox News reported more than 13,000 illegal immigrants convicted of murder have been caught at the border and then released into the United States. Our government, our Border Patrol, let 13,000 that they knew were convicted of murder into the United States. Murderers came to the border. They have known they were murderers. And yet they, instead of sending those people back or locking those people up somewhere, they put them on a bus, put them on a plane, and ship these people all over the United States. And this is 13,000 illegal immigrants convicted of murder that they know about. You can only imagine how many murderers, rapists, child molesters has come across the border that they don't know about. So I would say this 13,000 illegal immigrants convicted of murder have been caught at the border and then released into the United States. The numbers at least triple or quadruple that. I mean, easily. Gang members, terrorist cells has been coming across our southern border for decades now, but especially over the last 4 years. There's been tens of millions come across. And even if they're not, these people here, these convicted murderers and terrorists and rapists and criminals, they still put a strain on the system. They still decimate any culture that we have here in the United States. That's when you flood an area with so many different people from all around the world, you have all these different cultures clashing, and that is also why you get civil unrest. Civil unrest is the most predictable crisis for America now, and it's coming. Major civil unrest. It's going to be so major, in my opinion, that the United States isn't going to recover from it, most likely, period, because it's going to be so devastating. We're going to have the cities burn. There's going to be terrorist attacks inside the United States, and it should be obvious. I mean, it really should. And look at this debt here. That keeps rising. $35 trillion in debt, and that isn't the actual national debt. It's actually much, much more than that. And look at these numbers. I mean, really. We looked at this already on that article. I think that is all the articles I have here. See, that one, that one, that one, that one, that one. Yeah, that's all I had for the articles to show today. But people definitely aren't screaming fearmonger like they were before. And it's just going to keep getting worse. If you look at what it was a year ago, look at where we are now. I mean, look at this. Look at this now, the destruction. Oh yeah, this is what I was going to show. This is from the Jerusalem Post. 7 murdered in Jaffa terror shooting, many more wounded. And like I said, this is from the Jerusalem Post, and they're saying there was a shooting. 7 were murdered and 17 more were wounded to varying degrees. 2 terrorists shot dead by security forces. I was looking at this photograph here, and it says, Israeli security at scene of shooting attack in Jaffa, October the 1st. Could be. I'm not saying that it isn't, but to me, this photograph looks awfully posed. I mean, does it to you? I mean, look, you can see the lights and the security tape here. I mean, it looks like it's posed. I'm not saying that it was, because I don't know, but it definitely looks like it is. If you see the stance that they're making, this girl here is looking right at the camera. As you can see her eyes. And the lights, the red, the blue, the yellow lights, the tape. I mean, it looks like it's a photo op right there. Because they're showing these 2 guys here are the shooters. Can't tell what they're armed with exactly here by looking at this photograph here. Anyways, guys, not fear-mongering. Just giving a warning. You know what you think in the comments below. If you haven't stocked up, you need to definitely do that. Get some storage foods. Go to the grocery store. Buy some canned food. If you want to, order some long-term storage foods like these. You can see here. Order some of these, guys. I mean, do something to get ready. Go to the grocery store, like I said, and buy some canned goods, buy some rice, buy some beans, buy some flour and cornmeal, fill your vehicles up with gasoline. Times are getting serious. This isn't a game. This isn't a game. It's never been a game. A lot of people, even preppers, have treated it as a game, and it's not a game. It's a serious life and death type stuff. Get prepared. Top everything off. Get some long-term storage foods. Get some canned food from the store. Get whatever you can get your hands on right now, because it's going to get more expensive. It's going to get worse, and we're going to see a major world war, most likely. We're definitely going to see a major war in the Middle East. It's happening right now, and most likely we're going to see nuclear weapons used in the Middle East. And with everything going on, this massive civil unrest is definitely going to happen. Shortages and civil unrest will cause shortages. So guys, definitely not good. Check in the comments below if you liked the video. Give it a thumbs up. I really appreciate it. Thanks for watching. I'm the Creekmore. I'm out here, and I'll see you all in the next video. Hopefully. Maybe. We'll see.